In today's video, I'm going to share with you ladies 11 things you shouldn't tolerate from a man, no matter how much you love him. These 11 things are things you shouldn't take at all in a man. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Irene, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys 11 things you shouldn't tolerate from a man, no matter how much you love him. Now, the number one is abuse. It doesn't matter the type of abuse. There are different types of abuse, of course. But in today's particular video, I'm going to be talking about physical abuse and verbal abuse. We all know what physical abuse is now. When a man beats you, beats you, is always beating you, looks for every opportunity to beat you. The funny thing is that if you're dating a man, people are still dating you, and then you have a disagreement, and wham, he raises his hand. That's the sign. Most people, they see these signs, but they choose to ignore it, thinking that when we get married, he will change. People don't change. So the same person that you meet where you're dating, you're going to meet a worse version after marriage. Now, the second one is verbal abuse. You see, verbal abuse is as worse as the first one, physical abuse. Because when somebody abuses you verbally, one, it makes you lose your self-worth. It makes you lose your self-esteem. You feel low. You look yourself. You will always feel low. You will never feel qualified for anything. You always feel inferior. So verbal abuse is as bad as physical abuse, and don't let anybody put you down. If you're in a relationship with a man and this man is always constantly putting you down verbally, he never beats you. Don't think that all abuse is when the person hits you. When the person verbally abuses you, puts you down publicly, privately, in front of people everywhere, that's verbal abuse. You shouldn't take it lightly. Now, the third thing that you shouldn't tolerate in a relationship, supportive attitude. A man that would never support you, a man that can never agree with your ideas, a man that can never say, this is what I said now is true. A non-supportive man. Don't ever. Because you might think it's a mini something. You might think it's a small thing. You might think it's something that you shouldn't consider. But in marriage, it actually becomes a big deal. Because in marriage, he will never take your opinion. And what is marriage if both of you cannot, share ideas, share opinion, discuss things, and come to a conclusion? So in marriage, you realize that you've made a really big mistake, because this man would never consider you. He would always make his decision, come back and tell you whether it's right or wrong, without seeking your opinion or seeking your advice. Don't tolerate that from any man. They show their signs even while you're dating. You might be telling him something about your day or something, how he becomes dismissive. He acts like that thing that is not important. Homo, why, women. That is a sign. Lies. If he lies unnecessarily, even things he shouldn't even lie about, he'll still lie. You get? Then if a man lies over silly things, over unnecessary things, then that means he will lie to you over big things too. So lies, no matter how you paint, no matter how small or minute it is, it's a small lie. It's a lie. Lie is lie. If he lies to you over small things, he's going to lie to you over big things as well. The next one is being authoritative and possessive. You might think it's love. He loves me too much. That is why he's being too possessive. He loves me too much. That is why he's acting up. It's a lie. A man that loves you will not be possessive. A man that loves you will not be will not be authoritative towards you. He will give you room to grow. He will give you room to be who you are. He will give you room to bring out the best in you. But aggression, authoritativeness is not one of them. Once you see this sign, run. The next thing that you shouldn't tolerate from a man is cheating. This one. I know that we have this mentality or this belief that he runs everywhere now. He runs everywhere. So it's better that you stay where you are, because that place you're even going to is running there. Who told you that? There are men that don't cheat. There are men that are faithful as. There are men that will never hurt you in any way. Now, you know why you shouldn't even tolerate cheating you shouldn't even tolerate it at all. It's because you get infected. How about this man goes out and cheats and gets infection and comes back home and give it to you? How would you feel? I've heard of several women, okay, not even heard. I've seen like 2 women growing up when I was younger who died because of cheating. Because their husband went outside and got an infection and came back home and gave it to them. And you know the funny thing? One of the men actually took antiretroviral because he got S and gave it to his wife. And now he was taking antiretroviral drugs, but the wife wasn't aware. So she kept living her life thinking that she was okay until the HIV finished her up. took everything that she has in her body. Okay, that was when she now realized that it was her husband that even gave her the infection. When she went and saw the what's it called? Is it receipt? She went and saw. She stumbled on it mistakenly and saw it. By the time she found out it was already too late, she died of HIV/AIDS. Her husband gave her. Her husband is still alive. And now, another mistake is that women, you don't always check yourselves. Check yourself to be sure that you're okay. It doesn't matter. HIV is not my portion. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to be very, very sure. Okay? So cheating is a no, 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 no. Now the other woman too died. All because of what, they had a cheating husband and they thought that they can live with it. If you, as long as I'm the one that he married, you let him go and cheat, he'll start come back and meet me at home. Seriously, you have to be careful. The thing you shouldn't tolerate in a relationship is a man that always takes advice from his friends and family but never takes your own. He's easily influenced by his friends and family. Whatever they tell him to do, that is what he's going to do. Believe it. If they tell him now, this is your baby, she don't get respect to. I tell her now, make she dey greet. Instead of him to defend her and tell her, I'm gonna leave her now. Now my girl, I better not talk to her like that. Not talk about her like that again. No. Instead, he'll come and meet you. My friend stay say you don't get respect to. My friend thought say you don't get, and you say if you don't get respect, I don't notice it, you don't get respect. I'm just giving you a stupid example. Okay, it can be worse. So if you see these signs, run. Another reason you shouldn't, or another thing that you shouldn't tolerate from a man, no matter how much you love him, is stinginess. Hey, a man that is hand is like this. Listen, I'm not in any way saying that as a woman you shouldn't be hardworking. No, you have to be hardworking. Work hard, make money. Take care of yourself, take care of your responsibilities. But when you have a man in your life that is your man, I mean, signs of love is when that man is always giving you, right? When that man is always supporting you, no matter how little. He wants to show you that he can provide, he wants to show you that he can take care of you. That's a sign of a good man. Because God made man to take care of woman. It is how it is. There's no how you're going to paint it and it looks like you're being too demanding or whatever. As much as you don't go and start demanding for what you know he cannot give you, or start putting him in debt, okay? But a sign of a good man, a supportive man, is a man that freely gives you. There's no stingy. So if he's stingy, run. Because in marriage, it's going to be worse. And at that time, you might already have children to take care of. So you carry the whole responsibility on your head. And you don't want that. Ask people who are in the same situation. Let them tell you how it is. The next thing you shouldn't tolerate from a man is comparison. Baby, oh, if it was my ex now, that my ex-girlfriend I told you about now. If it was her now, she would have done this one, do this one, do that one. You see, men that compare you with their ex, compare you with their mother, compare you with their sister, they keep comparing. But they can never even take comparison themselves. So if you ever compare them with anybody, you and them will have problem. You see, men that are always quick to compare, they always compare you in every slightest provocation, every slightest point. They want to compare. Run away. Don't accept. Don't tolerate it. No matter how much you love them, because it's going to get worse. The last one that you shouldn't tolerate from a man is dirtiness. There are some men that don't mind wearing one boxers for 1 month. There are some men that it's not a problem. They can wear one boxers, one singlet for months. They won't wash it. Even if you offer to even wash it yourself, you're even disturbing yourself. You see dirtiness of any sort. Because see, let me tell you this thing. You see all these things that I mentioned here now. Don't think that a man is going to change you after marriage. He will not change. He will even get worse. With dirty boxers. Smelly body. Because people who have wear dirty stuff, or people who condone dirtiness, they have this bad sense. Okay. So you wouldn't want that for yourself. Or somebody come close to you or come to you and be like, okay? No. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. To my ladies, these are the things you shouldn't tolerate in a man. Once you see these things, run. If you see even one of these things, and you know for a fact that you cannot deal with them, run. Oh. How much more when you not see a number of all these things that I mentioned? You have to run. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Until then.